Hi, my name is Sarah Florimani, and I'm a community liaison with OSHIIP, and I'm here with Kendra Burford, who is also an OSHIIP community liaison. And today we're going to talk about some less common special enrollment periods that we see with Medicare. We're going to talk about what happens if you move, what happens if your plan leaves your area, and what happens if you decide to leave your employee retiree coverage. So Kendra, let's get into it.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
So Kendra, what happens if you have a Medicare plan, either a Medicare Advantage plan or a supplement, and they decide to no longer offer it in your area?
That is a really great question, and that's actually one we get pretty frequently. So I like to tell people the rule of thumb is if you lose your other insurance through no fault of your own, you generally have a 2-month window to make a selection. So you kind of have a clean slate. So you could choose a different Medicare Advantage plan if you happen to be in an Advantage plan, or a supplemental plan with no health questions asked.
And it's pretty similar to when you move. So what happens if you decide to move out of that area, not your plan leaving, but you decide to leave?
Right, yeah, that would also trigger a special enrollment period. So again, you could pick up a different Medicare Advantage plan. So if you traveled and moved permanently outside of your plan's service area, you would be entitled to a 2-month window to select a different Advantage plan that's local, or go to a Medicare supplement with no health questions asked.
Great.
You just need to notify your plan and Social Security that you've moved to trigger that special enrollment period.
So then what happens if you have a supplement and you decide to move? What happens then?
That's a really great question. So supplements have nationwide coverage. So you could move anywhere in the U.S. and that supplement would follow you to that state. So you don't really need to do anything other than change the address with your insurance policy.
Great. So let's talk about retiree health coverage a little bit. So a lot of retirees out there get some sort of supplement or Medicare Advantage plan that goes with a former employer union that they have.
Yeah.
What happens if you have that coverage and either they decide not to offer it anymore, or even if you decide that you no longer want that retiree health coverage?
So if you would drop your employer retiree coverage for whatever reason, again, whether you decide to drop it or your plan is no longer offering that coverage, again, you would get a 2-month window. You could pick up a supplement at that point with no health questions asked, or you could get a Medicare Advantage plan in your region.
Great. So those are some of the less common special enrollment periods that we see, but we do see them a lot. Mm-hmm. Of course, if you ever have any questions about your unique situation, if you might be in a special enrollment period or just any other Medicare questions in general, don't hesitate to give us a call at OSHIIP.
For more information, contact OSHIIP at 1-800-686-1578 or visit us at insurance.ohio.gov. That's it for this week's episode. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.